This was a really fun and competitive match against a really tough and good Buffalo team. We were able to come back in that first set. It was I forgot, it was 23-19. I forgot what the score was, but I know we got back. I called a timeout, and what we said, we needed to attack. We were just tentative and defensively. We were not as disciplined as we expect our team to be and what our standards are. So we just said, hey, we ask you, to do things that we see you do every day. Let's side out. Let's have a good pass here. We have a good attackers. They're gonna do their job. And then Jay came behind the serving line and got us on that point scoring run. But it was just we just kind of turn it off, our focus, our intensity, with everything being more clean, being more aggressive with our swings, and then the momentum shifted, after that first set. The other question, I think in the third set also, it was point for point, and we were behind again, a timeout. The positive thing is that our team always responds well after timeouts. What we give them, feedback that we give them, we usually side out. And it was up to us. We felt we were just making some silly errors, like we would make some great plays defensively, we would make a great plays, and then it was either miscommunication or we were just reacting a little bit more in defense than responding to what we were seeing. I thought Buffalo played extremely good defensively against us. They were really scrappy. There were a lot of long rallies, and we had to show the patience and wait for another opportunity, and then continue swinging, continue making good shots. Katie Kidwell had a great match. They didn't have an answer for her, and Hannah made a good decision when to set her, and Katie took care of those opportunities. Petra also, she adjusted. I thought Buffalo did a really good job scouting and adjusting to Petra's shot. And then when she found, she started hitting a little bit more line, she was more successful. So it was just, again, talking to our players about things that we see them do every day in practice, and ask them to do that, and being on the attack, having the attack mentality. That's when we play our best, when we are the attacker and keeping the opponents on their heels. So I'm really proud. It's not easy to get a sweep, especially against a really good team as Buffalo is.
And then I did see during that second set, you had both Jillian East Torres and Julia Walls out there on the court together. That's something that I know last season we didn't see much of, and it seemed a little bit of communication between them just kind of fell apart at times. Do you think we'll see a lot more of them this season and kind of building up to make that a strong back line?
Well, both of them played last year, so both of them were starters, defensive specialists. Julia was a libero, the same like what she's doing right now. Jay started as a libero in this season, but they've been playing together for now. This is what, third year? Well, 2 years. Jay didn't play as much her freshman year, so they're still. I mean, both of them are very aggressive defensively. We expect them to be that in. On the court, and sometimes both of them want to get the ball, and that's a good problem to have. I would rather have two players fighting to get a ball than neither one of them going after it. There were some issues with us defensively. In our system, we expect Julia to cover a lot of court, like she's responsible for the middle of the court and also deep corners. Our other diggers, right back, and our off blockers had to step up and dig something. We can't expect Jay and Julia to cover the whole court. So that's something we will address tomorrow in our scout and adjustment session. We call it that way, to see what we did well and what we need to improve and adjust for another match against Buffalo. But I was very proud how both of them responded defensively when we challenged them to be more intentional, more disciplined, and more all out, relentless, playing relentless defense. Jay had some spectacular digs that was just unbelievable, flying and then digging balls, and I'm very happy with their performance.
So now that you've seen Buffalo's kind of what I was calling it during the game, an iron wall of some of those blocks that they had. How are you guys going to adjust for that for tomorrow's match?
Well, we knew, again, their middle blockers are tall, athletic. They jump high. They're big, especially, you know, if our team is out of system, they're disciplined with putting really good disciplined block in front of our hitters. And we talked about it today in Scout, and it took some time. You know, you can't make the same shot against short blockers and tall blockers for on your side, high and on your side. So our hitters will see that, our outsides specifically, but you know, statistically, we actually had more blocks than Buffalo. We had 8 and they had 5, and Katie and am I reading here? Maddie Lupke was outstanding with her blocking, had 5 block assists and 1 solo block, and Caitlin also had 4 block assists. So we did a nice job executing our game plan when it comes to blocking.